Hey everybody, welcome to Britpop Show.
Hello.
With me, BP1 and BP2. We are the reaction channel that does sport, comedy, music, and informational videos, and we've got one for you today. Something that I've mislaid or not seen this. When pirates mistook a warship for a cargo ship.
Okay.
Or is that mistook a cargo ship for a warship? No, I don't know. January 2012.
That sounds right.
12.
Okay, so as in pirates, as in Captain Jack Sparrow? I think not. I think Somali pirates.
Right, so we'll watch the video, see what it's about.
Yep,
and
we've got no idea. 2012. Wow, 11 years ago, mate. Already.
I know, yeah. Let's do this.
26 knots down the angle. 106 interval with the rhino at 5.
Yeah,
in November of 2011, the Spanish Navy replenishment ship called the Patino departed from Spain for a 5-month deployment to the Indian Ocean. This deployment was part of the European Union's counter-piracy mission known as Operation Atalanta, and on its arrival in theatre in December of 2011, the Patino was designated as the fleet flagship, which saw it assume significant command responsibilities within the Atalanta framework. Detailing the role of the flagship, a statement from the EU explains that the flagship exercises command and control of all military forces in the area of operations and is responsible for the planning, orchestration and execution of tactical military activities and contributes to the operational planning taking place in the operational headquarters.
Okay.
2 months into its deployment, in mid-January of 2012, the Patino was escorting a cargo ship through the Indian Ocean towards the Somalian capital of Mogadishu. On the night of the 11th of January, this merchant vessel arrived in the capital and began unloading its valuable cargo, whilst the Patino remained 50 kilometres off the coast, ready to link back up with the cargo ship the next morning. Due to the rough seas and harsh weather conditions, the crew of the Spanish warship expected the night to be relatively quiet in regards to pirate activity, and were thus operating at a reduced level of alertness. However, it was at around 05:30 local time on the 12th of January that the unexpected happened. The captain of the Patino, Commander Enrique Cabero, recalls that about 45 minutes before sunrise, we were attacked by a group of pirates in a small skiff. It was still dark, and a day of seas so rough we had picked nothing up on our radar, so for us it was a very big surprise. With sea conditions like these, no one on board would have expected a pirate attack.
That's probably why they did it.
Yeah.
Silhouetted against the night sky, the Patino appeared to be a slow, unguarded cargo ship that the pirates thought would be an easy target to board and seize. Instead, what they were attacking was a 17,000-ton warship, mounting two 20mm Oerlikon cannons, at least 2 Sea King helicopters, and with a detachment of around 180 Spanish Marines on board.
Oh dear.
Unaware of this fact, the pirates pulled their skiff alongside the Patino and threw up their ladder to attach it to the side of the vessel. As they did so, one of the Spanish crewmen, who was on lookout duty at the time, spotted the enemy threat and immediately raised the alarm. At that point, the pirates opened fire from their small craft in the hopes of intimidating what they believed to be the crew of a cargo ship into submission, but almost instantly they themselves came under heavy fire as the Spanish sailors and Marines fought off the attack. Realising the grave mistake they had made, the pirates scrambled to pull their ladder back into the skiff and hightail it out from the area, with Commander Enrique Cabero continuing. We were now at battle stations. The first job was to find the pirates, which was not easy as their small skiff had no clear radar signal among the big waves. We started to execute a search. It was getting light by now, and as soon as possible we launched the helicopter.
Brilliant.
Flying out from the Patino, one of our onboard Sea King helicopters searched the immediate vicinity around the warship, and just after 6 minutes, it succeeded in finding the enemy craft, which was manned by 6 pirates. After issuing an order for the enemy personnel to surrender, which was ignored, the Sea King helicopter opened fire on the small skiff, resulting in the pirates dropping their firearms and handing themselves over to the Spanish forces.
Wow.
Thereafter, a rigid inflatable boat was launched to detain the 6 men, of which 5 had been wounded during the earlier firefight. It was
that is a tiny skiff, innit? Yeah.
That?
Yeah. six guys with guns, took on what they thought was a cargo ship. So just goes to show how brazen they are.
When it said pirates, right?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Captain Sparrow, right?
Okay.
But I'm expecting a little bit more than that.
A little bit more sort of, roguish looking guys, fully armed to the teeth with all the gear on. No, they've been out on a Sunday afternoon jaunt on the river, don't they? Yeah.
So even cargo ships, just because that pulls up next year, chucks a ladder. I mean, seriously, did they not? How can you? Oh, unbelievable.
But I mean, guys like this have been taking over cargo ships and holding it to ransom for millions. So
Yeah, I know, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, but just goes to show. Unfortunately, this day, didn't they get up? Shipsinyourarea.com.
Well, yes, this is it. Surely. How could they? I don't know, man. I suppose it's like that. Yeah. That's the whole point of it. Shall we get back to the video?
Indeed.
Okay, then. Don't invite me to a party.
It's also discovered that a seventh pirate had been present, but he had been killed during the attempted boarding of the Patino, and his body had been thrown into the ocean by his colleagues.
Nice.
Reflecting on the incident, Commander Cabero stated that they, the pirates, said it was a mistake. They hadn't meant to attack a warship. They had thought it was a merchant vessel with a bridge at the stern. The pirates showed tremendous willingness. It was a day of very rough seas, waves 3 to 4 meters. It was very windy and quite far from the Somali coast. They must have been at sea for more than 3 to 4 days. So, for me, it was impressive that they stayed in these conditions all this time at sea.
Well, in that little thing, 3 to 4 meter waves. I mean, that is
takes some resilience. I feel queasy already.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. After being detained, the 6 pirates were transferred to the Patino and treated for any wounds they had sustained. They were flown to Spain to be put on trial. One of the 6 pirates, one was sentenced to 12.5 years in prison, while the others 5 received 8 years in 2004. These sentences were reviewed and extended between 13 and 17 years. Don't take on a military
that sends out a clear
warship.
message. Yeah. Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. Napoleon. Fair play. Nice. Interesting just to see, because we sort of seen it on on the news and things like that, but to sort of understand exactly. And like you say, the fact that the guys have been out there 3 to 4 days just waiting for something to come in their area so they can go and attack it. But
exactly.
Interesting.
But that's just mad, isn't it?
Indeed.
6 guys in basically what I would call a dinghy.
Taking on that thing.
With some guns taking on that thing. I mean...
Oh, dear.
It's comical. There you go. I don't know if you knew much about that, or if you did know about it. Maybe that's given you a little bit more information about what happened
went on
there in the outside in the Somalian Sea.
Darwin Awards there, I'd say.
Absolutely, yes. Top notch.
Right. Okay.
All right. Good bit of information. Fills another... smells a small gap and a massive void in my head. So and that's all good fun.
And that was from Liveth for Evermore website. So go and check him out. See what else he's got on there.
Yeah. Maybe invite him to a party.
Indeed.
Smile. All right. Thanks for joining us today at Britpop's React. Until tomorrow. It's goodbye from me.
Bye from him.
Bye.